Hi everyone, this is Lahari. Today we shall discuss about Windows presentation styles from the subject user interface design, and the subject code is 18CS734. Window presentation styles. The presentation style of a window refers to as spatial representation to the other windows. As when you will open the applications in your laptop or some other one or two softwares, you can able to see that whenever you try to open one or many applications, there will be arranged in the different formats at the same time. Those applications we will be viewed. So each application when viewed, it will be considered as a one window. All the windows will be displayed in the different forms. That may be basically there are two styles, that is tiled window, overlapping window, and cascading window, that is the third one. So a titled window that is represented using this tiled and overlapping window where one and the other windows are to be overlapped, and cascading it has been behind one window there will be other window as shown in the figure. Moving on to the tiled windows. The tiled windows derive their name from the common floor or wall tile. The tiled window appear in one plane on the screen and expands or contract to fill up the display screen as needed. So there will be one tile followed by next tile, but there will be no overlapping of the screens. Most systems provide two-dimension tiled window adjustable in both height and width. So in the following figure, you can able to see that there is a one tile adjacent to that there is another tile. There is no overlapping of the windows being taken place. Now let us see what are the advantages and disadvantages when we go for the tiled windows. The system usually allocates and position the window for the users. So it is where it allocates the specific position one tile after the another tile for the users, eliminating the necessity to make the positioning decisions. Open windows are always visible. Here this is a open space window, that is which is always been visible to the user, and it will be eliminating the possibility of them being lost or forgotten. Every window is always completely visible, so one tile after the next tile it is placed, there is no overlapping, and it is completely visible of the one window screen is available, eliminating the possibility of information being hidden. They are precise as fewer complexes than overlapping windows, possibly because there are fewer management operations or seems less magical. They are easier, according to studies, for novice or inexperienced people to learn and use. The styled window, it will be very easy and flexible for the novice or the inexperienced users to use the window presentation styles. They better performance for the task where the data requires very little window manipulation to complete the task for the users. Disadvantages of tiled windows. Only a limited number can be displayed in a screen area available. So multiple tiles cannot be displayed in the one screen. Only limited numbers of these screens will be visible. As windows are opened or closed, existing windows change in size, so there will be a changing of the size since it is a open or the closed window style. So this will be annoying for the users to use the window representations. As windows change its size or the position, the movement can be disconnected. So there will be a changing in the positions of the screen. So this will be very disconnecting for the movement for the users. As the number of displayed windows increases, each window can get very tiny. So as you increase the number of screens visible in one window, the size of the window will get tiny. The changes in size and location made by the system are difficult to predict. So the size will be going very smaller and it will be difficult for the users. The configuration of the window provided by the system may not meet the user needs. So the configurations of the system, what the tiled window will be presenting, it will be not convenient and meet the requirements of the users. They permit very less user control because the system actively manages the window, so that they does not provide very control system for the windows. Overlapping windows. Overlapping window may be placed on top of one another like paper on desk. They possesses a three-dimensional quality, appear to lie on the different planes. So the figure will be telling you about the overlapping window, where the first window it is overlapped for the second window, and this first and the second window is overlapped with the third window. The appearance is a overlapping window. Moving on to the advantages, visually, the look in the is a three-dimension resembling the desktop that is familiar to the user. So it is basically a three-dimension where the tiled it is a two-dimension window representation. Greater control allows the user to organize the windows to meet his or her needs. So here the control form panels, and it will be very easy, and it will be more convenient for the user to use, and it will meet the requirements of the users. Windows can maintain the large size and consistent position. So where the tiled window it will be smaller size, where this will be maintaining a large size and the positioning of the windows. Screen space conservation is not a problem because window can be placed on top of one another. So there is no there is no problem here in the overlap window, because there is a one window that will be placed on the another window. There is less pressure to close or delete the window, no longer needed. So when the window is not needed, you can easily be close or delete the window as now and then. The possibility exists for less visual crowding and complexity. Larger borders can be maintained around the window information, and the window is more clearly set off against its border. Window can also be expanded to fill the entire display. So here there is a larger space for the bordering around the windows, and this will be clearly set off. Backgrounds will be visible for the user. This yield better user performance for the task when where the data requires much window manipulation to complete the task. Disadvantages of overlapping window. They are operationally much more complex than the tiled window. More control functions requires greater user attention and manipulations. Since the tiled window uses very less control functions, so this overlapping window uses the more functions. So it will be greater complex for the user to use them and have the and to manipulate the windows. Information in the window can be obscured behind other windows. Windows themselves can be lost behind other window and can be perceived not to exist. So there will be overlapping and there might be a loss of the other windows. The overlapping windows represent a three-dimensional space that is not realized by the user. Moving on to cascading window, it is a special type of the overlapping window that has the windows automatically arranged in a regular positions. So the diagram itself tells us about how they are being cascading styles of the windows, where one window is behind the other window, where it has been positioned in the regular format. Each window is slightly offset from other. Advantages: no window is ever completely hidden. So here there will be no hidden of the windows like that of the overlapping window. Bringing any window to the front is easier. So we can easily bring any of the windows to the front and we check the window presentation. It provides simplicity in visual presentation and cleanliness. So this will be very simple and it will be good for presentation. So as of all now, so the title window, it is used for single task activities, data that needs to be seen simultaneously, that is one by one, and task requires little window manipulation since it uses very less control functions, and it is best suited for the novice or the inexperienced users, and it will be very flexible to use them. Moving on to overlapping windows uses, switching between the tasks. So one window will be overlapped behind the other. So there will be switching between the windows. Tasks necessity a greater amount of the window manipulation. So compared to the tiled window, it requires a more manipulation of the window. Expert or experienced users. So this will be more suitable for the expert and the experienced users. Unpredictable display content. Thank you.